Good evening. Welcome to the National News Broadcast. I'm Kasuni Balachandra.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Charita Miniparachi, and now let's move on to the headlines for tonight's news. Local producers to supply more than 75% of local turmeric need to the market in January. 273 refurbished buses added to passenger transport. The government plans to enhance food safety through rural entrepreneurs. A regional manager of the Paddy Marketing Board arrested for committing a financial fraud when selling paddy.
Moving on to those and other stories in detail. State Minister Janaka Vakkumbara says that 70% of the local turmeric need can be met by more than 70% by the end of January. Meanwhile, the profit of 63 million rupees earned through mine export crop last year has increased to 70 million rupees by December this year. More than 1,500 hectares have been cultivated in the Maha season with the financial assistance of the State Ministry of Mine Export Crops Export Promotion. The ministry said that it will be possible to produce 4,000 metric tons of turmeric in the Maha season, together with turmeric cultivated without the support of the ministry. The annual dry turmeric requirement in the country is 7,000 metric tons. The harvest of Maha season is expected by the end of January. If there are problems to sell the harvest, the Spices Corporation will purchase the produce. It is also expected to keep a buffer stock of turmeric. 4,000 metric tons of seed turmeric is expected to be collected for the next season. 5 seed gardens are scheduled to be launched, and one of them has already been established in Gaul. Meanwhile, the government has planned to set up 100 export villages in each district. The project will be implemented with the aim of cultivating crops unique to each village. 1,000 export villages are scheduled to be established within the next 5 years on a concept of the President. The minister said that steps will be taken to take compensations for cultivations destroyed due to Sena caterpillar following calculations with Agriculture Insurance Board. The Sugar Corporation will be able to earn an additional profit of 1,800 million rupees due to suspension of importing ethanol this year.
And meanwhile, 273 buses belonging to Sri Lanka Transport Board that have been out of service have been refurbished and added to passenger transport today. The buses are to be deployed on rural roads. More than 110 million rupees has been spent to repair 273 buses belonging to 170 ports island-wide. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa was handed over the buses as a token at the Presidential Secretariat today. The President visited Goldface Green and inspected the renovated buses. The government's limited importation of vehicles among coming into power to build the collapsed economy. As a result, a shortage of buses for passenger transport occurred. This project was launched as a solution for the problem, and it has been able to save foreign exchange to import buses. The project is implemented on a concept of State Minister Dilu Mamunugama and under the guidance of Minister Gamini Lokuge. Sri Lanka Transport Board Depots and Lakdiv Engineering Company is implementing the project with the support of Sri Lanka Common Transport Employees Union. The President exchanged views with employees of the Sri Lanka Transport Board, Minister Gamini Lokuge, State Minister Dilu Mamunugama, President, Chief Advisor Lalit Veeratunga and Chairman of the Sri Lanka Transport Board, Kingsley Ranaweka, were present on this occasion. Meanwhile, Governor of the Central Bank, Professor W.D. Lakshman, presented the new 20 rupee commemorative coin issued in connection with the 70th anniversary of the bank to the President this morning. It is a limited edition of 3,000 coins and it will not be in circulation.
One individual out of the 5 fled while undergoing treatment at Polonnarua Gallala COVID Treatment Centre was arrested today at Madampe in Chile. Operations are continuing to find the other 4 individuals. 5 prison inmates who were under treatment at Polonnarua Gallala COVID Treatment Centre have fled this morning. DIG Ajit Rohana said that they were brought to the treatment centre from the Negombo prison after being infected with the virus. They are in the ages of 31, 27, 26, 52 and 36 and are reported to be drug addicts. Police and the army launched a special operation to nab them. One of them have been arrested around 3 p.m. today from Madampe area. He has said that he arrived in Kurunagala from Polonnarua by a bus. Thereafter, he has travelled from Chila to Dematapitiya in a 3-wheeler. The driver of the 3-wheeler and another person have been sent for quarantine. Search operations continued today, placing police roadblocks at various places in the Polonnarua district to find the persons who fled. Police are seeking public support to find them, and the police headquarters issued their information today to media. Police request the public to inform about them over the telephone number 071-859-1233 or over the emergency number 119. The Ministry of Health says the COVID-19 recoveries in the country reached the 35,329 mark today. 64 fully recovered COVID-19 patients who were receiving treatments at the COVID-19 treatment centres in Polonnarua district were discharged today. 63 persons at Pinnavala, Varakapola, Rambukkana and Undugoda COVID treatment centres left yesterday and today after completely recovering from the virus. A total of 18,439 COVID-19 recoveries have been reported in the country since the beginning of this month until today. The highest number of COVID-19 recoveries recorded in a day was reported on the 16th of December. Accordingly, 785 recoveries were reported on that day. 706 fully recovered patients left the hospitals today. A total of 12,926 PCR tests were conducted yesterday. The total number of PCR tests conducted so far is at 1,259,775. 63 COVID-19 patients have been found yesterday from Dompe Medical Officers Division. Accordingly, the patients reported from the area has increased to 277. 50 patients have been reported yesterday from Pugoda Kumarimulla village, where there are travel restrictions. Apart from that, 10 patients have been reported from a garment factory at Diridara area. Another 3 tourists from Ukraine have been infected with COVID-19. They were found through PCR tests conducted in the country. Accordingly, 6 tourists from Ukraine have been found to be infected with the coronavirus. 12 COVID-19 infected persons were found today from Rabukkana, Kottanawatha area. They have been found after conducting PCR tests randomly on 60 persons of the village. Travel restrictions were imposed on the village. Batticaloa District Secretary K. Karunakaran says that Kattankuda Divisional Secretariat area has been isolated for 5 days from today. 50 persons have been found to be infected with COVID-19 following rapid antigen tests conducted on 50 persons in Batticaloa town and some other areas. A music show and a ritual were held on behalf of the corona patients and the staff at Waligama, Valana Regional Hospital yesterday. Meanwhile, Minister Professor G.L. Piri says that under the present situation, schools in the Western Province cannot be opened on the 11th of January.
And Chief Epidemiologist Dr. Sudat Samaraveda says that with the new year approaching soon, people should celebrate in a responsible and simple manner while adhering to health protective guidelines and limited social distancing and gatherings due to the pandemic. He emphasized the importance of the continuous support of the people to eradicate the pandemic.
Today is the last date of the year 2020. The past 11 months of this year, we were living with COVID-19 in this country. The people has done a great sacrification during this period to control COVID-19. That it was a very big challenge and huge operation, but people were with the Minister of Health and the government to control the COVID-19. So we have to tomorrow there will be a new year, but we have to start the new year with new hopes, but we should should keep in mind that we are starting this new year with COVID-19, but with good dedication of the people and also with the support to the government control efforts. I believe that during the 2021 we will be able to control COVID-19 very successfully within a very short period of time, again that giving way to normal life in our people. I wish all the people in this country a very good new year 2021 with hopes, dedication and determination to control COVID-19 in our country.
Chairman of the Presidential Task Force on Economic Revival and Elimination of Poverty, Basil Rajapaksa, says that steps will be taken to enhance food security by strengthening home economy through rural entrepreneurs. Mr. Basil Rajapaksa mentioned this during a discussion with officials of Agriculture Ministry and the State Ministry of Livestock, Farmland Promotion, Meat and Egg-related industries. Mr. Basil Rajapaksa instructed the officials to implement projects proposed for animal production to enhance food security and home economy under proper supervision. He pointed out it will create new employment opportunities at rural level and to prepare high-quality animal produce. Productive and high-quality produce can be introduced to the market by creating new entrepreneurs and providing them with the new technological and scientific knowledge. According to the budget 2021, several projects are scheduled to be implemented in the livestock sector. Meanwhile, small-scale 1,000 milk-related products units, 500 dairy farms and 500 grass marketing centres are scheduled to be established island-wide. 450 million rupees have been allocated to manage small and medium-scale dairy farms. The animal projects are scheduled to be implemented under the full supervision of Bibi Naguma project, the State Ministry of Livestock, Farmland Development, Milk and Eggs-related Industries, Animal Produce and Health Department, Provincial Animal Produce and Health Department, Milko Private Collectors and National Livestock Development Board. State Minister D.B. Herath, state and state officials took part in this discussion.
Pere Lake Open Air Restaurant and Walking Path on Baladakshamavata in front of Golf Face Green was opened yesterday under the patronage of Minister G.L. Peeves. Pere Lake Open Air Restaurant project launched on the instructions of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. The main objective of the project is to encourage the public to walk on pavements to the towns. A shopping complex was also opened at the place. It includes 60 shops. The project was commenced and completed during the COVID period. It commenced on the 8th of June and ended on the 9th of November. 60 million rupees has been spent on the project by the Treasury. The project was implemented by the Urban Development Authority with the support of Sri Lanka Land Development Corporation. The restaurant will serve both local and Western dishes. It also includes a vehicle park. A group of officials, including Minister Ramesh Pathirana, State Minister Nalaka Gudaheva and Colombo Mayor Rosi Senanayaku were present on the occasion.
CID has arrested in Kilinochchi a regional manager who committed a fraud when selling 30,000 metric tons of paddy belonging to the Paddy Marketing Board. The raid was conducted following a complaint made to Minister Mahindanand Aluthgamage by a businessman. Minister Mahindanand Aluthgamage said that the Paddy Marketing Board was instructed to release paddy at stores to give them to Sathosa in order to purchase paddy in the forthcoming season. Even after giving instructions, the Paddy Marketing Board has issued them to mill owners. The minister said that he received a complaint about a fraud when issuing paddy for mill owners. He said that several officials of the Paddy Marketing Board has asked for a commission of 3 rupees from a kilogram of Nadu paddy and 10 rupees from a kilogram of Samba. Minister Aluthgamage said that he made a complaint to the CID on the 24th of this month. He said that they have arrested the individuals in Kilinochchi when they were asking for commissions. He added that the Paddy Marketing Board has continued to commit the fraud. He further said that a fraud of billions of rupees was committed during the time of previous government, stating that paddy was given for animal feed. And meanwhile, a guard of honor was occurred to Chief of Defence Staff and Army Commander Shavendra Silva, who was promoted as a general. The ceremony was held this morning at the Army headquarters. General Shavendra Silva, who arrived at the army headquarters in a motorcade, according to military provisions, was accorded a guard of honor by the troops of Gajuba Regiment. General Shavendra Silva was welcomed by the commanding officer of the army headquarters, Regimental Colonel Indika Pereira. Thereafter, General Shavendra Silva was accorded a colorful guard of the honor with regiment colors by 2 officers and 48 other rankers of the Gajuba Regiment. A large number of high-ranking army officers were present on this occasion.
The constructions for a new engineering faculty of Sri Jawatanapura University commenced today under the patronage of Education Minister Professor G.L. Pires. The new engineering faculty is being built at Mattegoda, Kakunagahavat area. A building is being constructed on a 10-acre plot of land and scheduled to be completed within 2.5 years. A group of people, including Minister Bandula Gunawardena, Chairman of the University Grants Commission, Professor Sampath Amaratunga, Chancellor of the Sri Jawatanapura University, Venerable Ittapane Dhammalankaratera, Vice Chancellor of Professor Sudhanta Liyanage were present at the inauguration ceremony. The engineering faculty of the Sri Jawatanapura University commenced in 2016. It is now functioning in Ratpalana and Ravadavat areas. 4 batches of students are studying in the faculty.
Minister Uday Gammanpilla says that the opposition accusations in connection with the project laying oil pipelines with the name Cross-Country Pipeline Project are totally false. He expressed these views during a media briefing held in Colombo today.
Minister
Uday Gammanpilla said that the first time he had to submit a cabinet paper called Cross-Country Pipeline Project. It was submitted on 18 September 2019 by then Minister Kabir Hashim. He said that he has not submitted a cabinet paper and also a cabinet paper by him has not been rejected. The minister said the president has never discussed with him about it, leaving alone ordering to suspend the project. And with that, we conclude tonight news. Do it tomorrow at the very same time. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.